testing. All right, looks like we're live. Hopefully this will stay up and running. That was weird. Okay. Duranu here. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I had a part of a problem. I thought I was streaming earlier, and something happened, and apparently it cut out completely, like from the start. And so I actually had been playing for a short period of time when I realized, yeah, it's not live. It's no longer live. So this is what I'm going to do. I did get to the point where I got to the Feld building, went inside, and I did confront Ruby. There was a conversation. I actually even passed some checks. Holy cow, I actually made my rolls. And found out that Ruby wasn't the killer. I know I'm revealing this all right away, but what I'm going to do is I've got my save, but I'm going to continue back. I wonder if I can hopefully do the same thing so you guys don't miss out, because I hate the fact that, like I said, I wanted to stream and record this in its entirety. I didn't want to be playing this off stream. Oh, I hit continue. That's not what I wanted to do. And so I feel kind of bad about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to load the game. We had an autosave, 1631. That's the save I created. There was an autosave in the Feld building, autosave in the second home day. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start from this point. I think that's it. It's weird that it would say 1706, so I don't understand why. Wow, I really hope I didn't mess up. Let's take a look at this save real quick. Okay, that looks like it might be about right, judging by the screen, so I'm going to go ahead and load that. And I'm going to have some brie cheese. I'm snack hungry. Okay. So this looks like where I left off on the last video. And I'm going to continue on from here. And now I did make the checks. I already have the save made. I do want to go with that. Because also one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to get this all in one shot without having to repeat anything. I didn't want to... I mean, I know I had that fight. That was that one time with beating that big guy near the beginning, where I had saved and redid it. But I was kind of adamant I wanted to do that. I wanted to do the rest of the game, without going back and reloading a save in order to bypass something. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to replay the parts that I just did, and hopefully it goes the same way. If it doesn't go the same way, I have my original save. I'm just going to load it up from that point. I'm doing this because I wanted to show you guys the playthrough. And it'd be a huge thing to...
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
It'd be a huge thing to kind of recap all that just happened. So, my apologies. Not exactly how the way I wanted it to go, but something happened. It wasn't recording, wasn't streaming. Don't know. But let's get past that and move on, I guess.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Okay, the other thing that I'm going... Now, I can't possibly remember all of it. I'm going to try to pick the same exact things that I was doing before. So that way I'm not deviating anything. I don't want to try anything new. I just want to get back to the point where I was prior to me discovering that things had gone awry.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
I don't care. That doesn't scare me.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no. I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And her face forms in summertime.
In hell, an ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
I can't wait.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Well, shit. Okay, it's nice to know that that didn't deviate, at least. Again, I'm trying to do the same choices I made. Hopefully I can remember them all. And hope I can make those rolls again. Again, if I fail the rolls, yeah, I'm gonna load up my original game, because that's how I first went through it. And you'll see when I load it up. But we're gonna meet him outside, because I think he waits out. He waits outside when you stay here. There's me boy. Okay, now back to what we were doing. I didn't get that. I mean, I didn't get that far, but what I did get through was obviously a very important part of the game, in my opinion. It was the confrontation with Ruby. So that's one thing I would have hated for anybody to miss. I mean, we had such buildup. Feeling strange. And money. I made a remark before. People leave their money in the strangest places. I wish I could find money like, oh!
Your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Now, for example, I know better. Covering my ears would help, but I originally did not cover them.
That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones.
Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing, it's the ULAN frequency. Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Okay, one thing I am gonna do though is I'm gonna speed through these latitude compressor parts because they're gonna give me a headache.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
Hey, we discovered why the children were hearing stuff like that. This must be how the twins heard the radio in their heads. They must have been standing by when the chief tested it.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to...
Oh, excuse me. What is this goddamn pail anyway?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
And how'd you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
I think so, Kim.
Way beyond.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself? Or no? I think I just went down the line here.
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Could you turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
Why hide the bullet, though?
This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Did you shoot Lely?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
Now, like I said before, I don't think Ruby did it, but you'll see why in a little bit.
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
You're right. Placio was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your own boys told us you were on the coast.
My boys?
Yeah, the ones he poached Titus and Titus himself.
What is this? I thought Titus and I had a decent collegial relationship.
I said before, you know, she did kind of use them as puppets.
Oh, doesn't even matter. How could they be my boys when they're not even my friends? Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like. How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what?
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
They did say you looked to take a really long leak. 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time.
Our investigation, in Sinking the Pain, has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Play pinball much?
No, not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why?
There's some mysterious pinball machines in some pretty mysterious rooms in the Whirling.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
What about elevators? Do you like elevators?
The fuck do elevators have to do with anything?
Do you or don't you?
Not particularly.
Not even quaint old rickety ones?
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
God damn it!
So you know she's not an antiques enthusiast. Not my jurisdiction, man. But it also doesn't sound like she used that secret room at all.
Okay, I have other questions for you.
I'm listening.
You have a gun.
And?
I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Where did you get it?
The gun store. trigger happy jacks.
Really, Trigger?
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
There's other evidence I want to ask you about.
Yeah, evidence.
Would you say Lely was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's hard work?
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
Do you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she's perjuring herself. She didn't hate him, okay?
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
You like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. In fact, the shot couldn't have possibly come from the roof. Otherwise, we would have heard it downstairs.
No one mentioned hearing any shots. And a rifle like the one used would have been loud. She's right. I don't think the shot came from the roof.
You're running drugs for the Union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her. Maybe twist the knife, just in case.
Yeah, I made
Make her more.
Yeah, that figures. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
She's more upset than she lets on.
You had financial incentive to kill the merc.
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
Okay, now this is weird because that's not what was on the text. According to the text, she says, man, it's to get away from all the murderous shit that I left Cameron, my previous employer, for the Union.
She
Come on, Cam.
deliberately
You
avoided
can handle it.
blaming
I know you
what
can.
she
I've seen into the
worked
future.
for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Lasha said that you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How'd you manage to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
And this is when I was like, what?
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Her idea.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
She lied to you about that, too.
That's bad. That she'd be so calm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lely herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
Puta Madre agent.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop, that strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, that hurt.
Me.
I don't need to be dying.
Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How did you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me what's my name if you know that about me. You must know my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie.
Oh dear.
Agent to La Puta Madre.
I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
I've heard of La Puta Madre before. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to know all about this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
I don't know what happened to them.
Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances.
Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally. Satellite Officer Vic Blair looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We can either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. They're in Martinez. Oh, passing that one.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Excuse me. Okay, this is where I skipped everything else. I'm just gonna go with the pain threshold, or the check, which originally I passed. Hopefully this continues the same way. I think it did.
You did it. The
Oh,
compressor
that
was
could have been a
broken
bad
on
roll.
its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but
You okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
she looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
What are you doing? Or actually, I went straight for this. So, crossing my fingers.
She's truly desperate.
Okay.
She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
What options?
You know.
Maybe I can still talk her out of it.
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
Please put your hands up. Just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Are you sure? Or no, wait. I said I did my best.
I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
Okay, and then this is where I realized I was not recording. Now, I'm not going to reload my save because that actually went exactly how, well, aside from the dice rolls I did make, just different numbers, but still passed. So I'm not going to bother reloading since the outcome was exactly the same. And in conclusion to everything that happened, so it looks like Ruby didn't do it. And Clausier was using Ruby, which got us completely off of Clausier's tail. Now, just to check what's going on over here, I think there was some money or something in here. Oh no, health. There's money in here. Take that. And cooking utensils. So yeah, this is where I was at. I'm not going to bother reloading then, since it's perfectly fine. Yeah, nothing changed. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue on. My apologies again. I don't understand what happened, but at least you got to see how I had gone through it.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
And from this point on, I have no idea.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook.
A notebook?
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Not a bad idea. I'm gonna go take a look. Ruby's journal.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
And what are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
And what did she write the day Lely died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry for March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head.
This is coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss.
The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
Let's read the entry for March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
Okay, now that I got a point, let's see about what I can put that into right away. Hand-eye coordination, endurance. Not quite sure. I'm thinking hand-eye coordination, get close to maxing that out. Interfacing would be a bad idea. I still have a feeling that might come into more play. Empathy might be a good one. And I still have to get back to Klasia. Klasia. I think that's how you pronounce Klasia. Get back to her. Drama, detect lies. Wow, I was horrible at that, and that's number 6. Klasia really pulled one over on me. If that's the case, if this is exactly what transpired, and Klasia had pulled one over on me, that didn't come into play at all. I could go ahead and max out interfacing, or give myself physical instrument, endurance. Let's see. There's quite a lot I can put it into. I'm beginning to think maybe let's go with let's go with reaction speed. Because to react. We'll level that up. And do I have the possibility to open another one? See, still unlock. I still don't understand what unlocks these. Unlock a new slot to research the thought. But it doesn't tell me how to unlock a new slot. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I still haven't figured that out yet. I haven't bothered to look it up because, like I said, I'm wanting to get through this, I guess, without too much influence. Hello, whoever happened to join. Glad you could make it in. I hope you find this entertaining. Anyway, let's continue on.
It looks like she might have been framed.
Well, that's what I think. I think she was framed, and Klasia was the one to do it.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's a good idea we didn't catch her. Then who do you think killed the Merc? She didn't do... Okay.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her.
Well, true.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He truly does not believe you are.
Well, I have an idea of who I can
Perhaps he
ask.
shouldn't be so trusting.
Okay, then who do you think killed the Merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
But no one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Definitely. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Anything I might be able to change? I think I'm going to keep everything as is. Equip this to impress yourself. I'm going to carry my gun. Where's my gun? Whoop. Alright. If I come up across anything, then I'll pull the bag out. But otherwise, I think the gun's... You know what? Hold on. Let's swap that, because I personally am right-handed. I don't think it matters, but hell, why not?
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying.
Oh.
It's like an extension of your arm. The polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground. The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Nothing over here from the looks of it. I think we might be okay. Where did I enter from? Okay, I came in from there. It looked like there was another path. I know I have to get back to the Whirling Rags. But let's take a quick peek. Oh, no, not a path at all. Okay. Thought it might have been. Let's get my butt out of here. So it's back to the Whirling Rags. I'm pretty sure it may have been Classier that did it. Now that the evidence is starting to point to her. The only other problem is we still have yet to find a murder weapon. And from what we've seen, it doesn't seem to be something that Ruby had. Came as a big shocker. This is not how I expected things to turn out when I got in here. Here I thought I was getting pretty close to solving this case. And then they throw me for a loop. So let's get back there ASAP. Thankfully it's still very early in the morning. Actually, let's take a look at the journal. Return to the... Are you La Puta Madre? Whirling Rags? Okay. Oh, we still didn't find his friend. You know what? Let's see if we can't do that. Still gotta talk to his friend. Which I have not seen, to be quite honest. I hadn't seen him wandering around. I'm gonna look, see if I can find him. They said he was wandering around the coast, so... if I'm lucky, I might be able to bump into him. It'd be one more task taken care of. Hopefully a little bit more XP. If I don't see him down here, I'm gonna head north. And see if he might be over there. Yeah, so far it doesn't look like he's back here. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Who's this? Oh, it's him.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave. He appears completely at ease, like a common holidaymaker.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Actually, I was wondering what you're doing out here.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
You do know there was a mass execution right over there.
Really? Here? How can you be sure?
Sort of a gift I have. I can reconstruct things that have happened in the past. High-end detective stuff.
Ah, a very useful gift for a police detective, I'm sure. Fascinating how much history is contained right here. If only one knows where to look for it.
Are you just going to let him get away with these generalities and euphemisms?
You're right. It's so complex and fascinating. I can't even begin to think critically about it.
Well said. Let us just be grateful that we don't live in such fascinating times.
Actually, there is something else I wanted to ask you about.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign responsibilities.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists. The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol, it acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
What? Where is he then? He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
Précisément. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in. Well, under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you.
In other words, the committee only knows what it wants to know.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
What's the Coalition Warship Archer?
Officer, you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Rivachon?
Okay.
You follow the man's gaze out toward the west. There, hanging some distance above the horizon, you can just make out a strange silhouette. It looks to your eye like some kind of long metallic fish suspended beneath a number of ceiling fans. Not just any fish. It moves like some ancient bottom feeder gliding over the ocean floor in search of prey. Don't let the paint job fool you. It's a goddamn killing machine.
Yeah, it looks like a killing machine.
You can do to stop it.
It also looks like a fish.
Fascinating. I always thought it was more like a dragonfly. But isn't it interesting how humanity always finds inspiration in nature?
Why do I need to go through Archer to speak to the committee?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Hold on, it's watching us too?
And listening.
Excuse me.
It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments. I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristlemune Convention.
So how does one go about contacting the Coalition warship?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on Coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-Coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum.
I would say so. That's a hell of a conundrum.
I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
You know of any of these tinkerers?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure.
I think I know
I
one.
am merely a representative of the Coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Thank you.
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Looks like I'm going to the church. The Whirling Rags will have to wait. What's this? Okay, gotta be careful. Okay, no way through the door. Oh, running. Oh, nope, not running. Let's walk slowly. You know, I never came across anything where, like, I ran and then I got hurt or something. But, no reason not to take, some precautions. Okay, off to... Oh, let's check the trap. Oh, is that sparkling?
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
Still poor things. Okay, off to the church then. Let's check this one.
A few locusts trudge along the poor thing.
Yeah, poor things again. Which way was the church? I think it was this direction. I know we're coming up pretty close to about an hour, so let's see if we can't handle this church bit, take care of this task, and then it looks like we might be going to the Whirling Rags tomorrow. But you know what? Let me check this trap here since I'm already in this direction. I know there's a trap up here somewhere. And it has been a day since anything has changed, so... I could get lucky. Who knows? Where's that trap? There you are.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Yeah, Poor things. Okay. Off to the church we go then. Let's see if I can't take care of this task before I call it for the day. Whoops. Wrong direction. And that bunker I want to get into still. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Yeah, it should have occurred to me there's still quite a lot to go, considering there's a lot of places that I have not been able to go to. I thought it might just simply be because of the choices that I made, but those things might still come into play, I guess. All right, church lady. That's what you've been dubbed, church lady. Come here. Need to talk to you.
Yes, what is it?
It's not a paying job, but could you help me contact Coalition Warship Archer?
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
Yes.
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Those ravers won't be bothering you anymore.
You told them to leave? Didn't think the cops in this place had it in them.
Have you seen the Crabman?
No? Yes.
Looks like you're not, or he must have seen you, or it looks like you're not worried about him at all.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Ah, shit. Hey, about that 2mm hole again.
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
Shoot. I don't see any other thing in regards. You said the research isn't going well, why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks.
Alright. I don't know how I'm gonna get through to her then. Shoot. Okay, that's not what I expected. But a lot of stuff here isn't what I expected. What's this? Work as contact microphones? Maybe. I hadn't thought of that. Is there... I don't think I found a way to get up there yet. I don't know if it's something that's possible to even do. I mean, I did see ladders outside, but that doesn't help me out right now. Looks like I'll be going to the Whirling Rags right now after all. I haven't figured out another way to help her out. I mean, I did get rid of the people in the tent. So that's one thing, but that apparently isn't enough to have her help me with my situation. So... oh well. Since I'm at a dead end there, it's off to the Whirling Rags, and before I confront Titus or any of the other Hardy Boys, or even... oh wait, maybe Washer Lady might have something new to say.
Our tenant, please.
Nope. Okay, that's a no. There are the police officers I want to talk to. That's a big thing, considering this La Puta Madre thing. It's nothing there? Oh, I thought that was something I could click on. My poor car. Let's take a look at this one more time, since I'm in this area.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid. Poor things.
Always poor things. Alright. Yeah, the phasmid might be a bust. Not much I can do about that. Let's just get my ass back over to the Whirling Rag. Ooh, what's this? Ah, get back there.
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger.
Huh?
You are prepared. Don't put away your friend. Your weapon. Raindrops slip from the barrels of your Villiers 9mm pistol.
Kim, there's danger up ahead.
Yes, I hear commotion. Let's go.
I'm ready to do this.
Good. Be ready to take damage.
Well, shit. This is not what I expected.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
There's a lady there.
Put your damn gun down.
people are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Huh.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
What's going on here?
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Oh boy.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Okay, I definitely did not expect this.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
The big one is the mercenary at the gates, the scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick save. This would be bad. Oh, I can't. I'm screwed. Okay, well, I did want to play with my decisions, so let's get between them.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
I think he's calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire.
No, he's coming down. I can talk to him.
You can't think that way now. This is serious.
Pig fuck!
Okay, yeah, there's the third guy. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he
Shoot him in the
shoots you.
mouth?
No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Okay, let's see. It's a low chance of shooting him. Talk about the hanged man. Think of an argument. Okay, listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did?
It was someone else, someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
Huh. I don't have any proof. It wasn't. It was shot from a great distance. A sniper did. That's the thing that's what makes the most sense out of this right now. If nobody heard the shot, a lot of people could have gotten to that roof.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh?
Oh, this just got tense.
How about the kid? Tell me. Magic fucking sniper. One more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Okay, I really hope I make this one. Fingers crossed.
Your mind.
Oh, double twos.
Is the revolver
or double, or what? Double twos. A two. Cat's eye. What the hell?
You move your mouth like a fish gasping for air.
She wasn't even there. Fuck me.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring.
Oops, I didn't mean to hit that.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, God.
Fuck this.
There's a coarse shuffle against something. Is it a gun?
Gene! Cancel Lizzie! Now!
He'll be ripped apart. They all will. The moment the third man opens fire. And he knows it. He wants you to open fire on the mercenaries before he does. He's waiting for you and your partner to be the shield.
Oh, think of an argument.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
You were called Downwell once. What happened?
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name meant night raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time, burned villages. Shit that sounds bad on the radio. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Crenell for much longer either.
The woman has grown silent. She draws shallow breaths.
Not after this shit.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Now fire. Fuck them up. Do it. The muscles on your back tense up.
Oh boy, White Pines rep did not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Now is not a good time to strike. He's looking right at your hands. Do something else. Get him distracted.
She's gonna be mad when she hears about this.
She's fucking gone. She fucking sailed off.
Ah, crap.
You're alone. Stay cool. How is she?
I'll be okay.
She'll be gone soon, too. Company bitch is gone. Lely's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more
Oh, there he goes.
I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're afraid. All of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon. One by one. No, the rest will stay. They will hold their ground, even if it means dying here with you.
Where's Klaasja? She can explain this.
Who the fuck is that?
Klaasja, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
What do you mean she left?
She left. Her room's cleaned out. Right before these assholes showed up.
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. I don't think that's gonna help. I'm gonna go for it.
Dangerous.
Oh, good.
Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
I knew you were a goddamn scab leader.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Laylee had a hard-on for making faces for you natives. Fucking food aid shit. That shit is done now. Trigger time. Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click softly. Corti, Cortiner, Major Raoul Cortiner, friends with Lely. Raoul and Lely.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead.
Let's see. Yeah, blue eyes, didn't he, your colonel?
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man. It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloths.
A Natal 41, that really happened, didn't it?
Our colonel did what he had to do. It was either one cunt or 100 of them. Rude here.
In your shepherds, right, little fucker.
He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates. Wipe out mud.
Jesus,
like
these
that.
guys.
When he gets bored, Laylee knew how to command.
He was a good commander. I can see you miss him.
Oh yeah, he would have commanded this fuckhell way better than I did. But that didn't happen, because Hayseed Bill and Kipty the Kipt here.
Oh, God, I can't believe she got shot.
Fucking murdered him. Had him stink the village up for 2 weeks after. And you fucks did nothing.
Listen, man. We told you we...
Told us what? What did you say, tattoo fuck? You'll die next. Right when she gets out.
This is an outright lie. So that's not going to do any help.
Find his killer. Cop, his killers stand right there, shitting their pants. And you're standing in the way, protecting them.
They didn't...
Shush, sister. Blood's all gone out now. Not long to go till the rattle starts. 1 down, girl. 6 to go.
Big talk, but you got him to admit he's a bad leader. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Boop. Shoot him.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel.
The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence, slow, like a waterfall in reverse.
There's a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. I just realized I only have 2 bullets.
His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. You leap left. A small handle lead passes mere millimeters from your side. tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Stop shooting at me!
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol.
Oh no!
And the other from DePaul's.
Who screamed?
It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Glenn dying.
No, Glenn!
Behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
Oh God, watch out!
You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Can't be retried. I'm gonna look him in the eye.
The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it. He is your end. Here it comes. Death.
I'm gonna try... Fuck! All I can do is hope for double 6s. Nope. Oh boy.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying.
Oh,
Someone
shit.
jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Protect the cop? Touch your lower body.
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there.
I don't care, fuck me.
You can also feel the bone where the bullet went in. Something very sharp, like broken teeth under your fingers.
Try to open my eyes.
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Kim! It's always there. No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me. It's so dark I can't see anything.
Stay with me. You hear me? Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away. Almost gone.
Oh god, this is so screwed up.
You sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see
Oh no,
it.
Kim!
He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
No, Kim!
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded.
Oh, good thing I had one bullet.
From your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby.
No, let me back in the fight.
The fight?
Oh, there's a fight. Oh, it's not over. No!
The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling.
I had to burp. At least
Take
one
the
burp.
door.
At least one burp per video.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs. And feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his womb sleep.
There was a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Oh, what happened? Well, I know what happened, but what's happening now? Is Kim okay? Titus, what about the gardener? Elizabeth.
You
I know the
see
other
the
dude's
lieutenant's
dead.
familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain.
Kim!
Sunrise, Parabellum.
Oh, a new skill point. Yeah. Don't know how that's gonna help now. He's in a freshly clean room with a fan above his head like a halo. His face covered in bruises. What? The room, it's clean. What happened? Why did you say sunrise? What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Okay.
A blood-stained killer.
Swallow.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
Oh, yep, Glenn's dead.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it.
Oh, well,
they both
Angus and
died
Theo are
before
dead.
they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene.
Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out. You said something, I don't know what. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
Here you go, Kim. Thought you only smoked one a day. And they're all dead, all three of the contractors?
DePaul was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate. Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties on the Union side total?
4. Glenn, Theo, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Elizabeth too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name.
Oh no,
The
she didn't make
gardener.
it?
No, she bled out before Everard's surgeon could help her. Everard sent his personal doctor, but a costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership.
If I could have presented the theory better to their leader.
She never had a chance. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way to convince them.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
Ah. And that's...
All.
Total shit show.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
Why did you say sunrise?
Sunrise parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun, it's engraved on it.
It served you well.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
Good, I don't need him.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
You haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
If they're so worried about me, where are they?
I don't know.
He may have some idea, but he's not gonna get into it with you.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
If not my station, who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
Okay. Wow, talk about tense. I don't know how else that could have gone. That was crazy. That's probably one of the craziest bits of this game yet.
How are you?
My disco days are done.
Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Freighter.
What happens now?
I honestly don't know.
Good. But I don't know either. You don't know? I totally do.
Do you? Because we can't talk to Everhart. The harbor's in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling. I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Wait, you checked? She's really...
Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Revolutionary, it's simple. We have to locate communism. You know what I think about the fucking Maybells, Kim, the flowers. Ah. No, we got that. Two-bullet. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. What?
They were on the roof. I did not catch them. Fucking Butterfingers.
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to catch everything.
He's wrong.
Okay. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else? I don't know. That's been there for years.
Yeah, the goddamn footprints. Old bunker weapon caches.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I'm just gonna say nothing.
There's a little pause. He says nothing as well.
The goddamn footprints.
Yes. God curse the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
That's because I'm La Puta Madre's peon, isn't it? I'm going through everything.
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
Oh, shush.
It does make some sense.
Okay, I don't think the communism thing is, but I'm going to just go, you know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
Yeah, I think we're
Also,
going back upstairs.
it's just close enough to endure the walk.
We should check Klasha's room upstairs.
Why not?
And I'm going to pull my flashlight trusty gun right back out. Now, I don't have any more bullets.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one
Yeah.
was shut through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Okay, I know I've got some stuff to... Oh, they fixed the window, too. All right, well, that was a lot longer than I expected because of such intense situation, but I'm glad I went through it. You know what? Let's heal up my morale. And, wow. Okay, I thought I was coming to a conclusion. I am very, very wrong. Of course, that happens very, very a lot. Anyway, I've been at it for about an hour and a half. This is a good time to end it. For today, I'll be taking this back up tomorrow. If you haven't yet, please do a follow. So that way you know when I go live. Also, I'll be streaming The Evil Within later tonight. I think we're actually coming to a close on that one, at the very least. And I also put my videos up on YouTube. So if you've missed any bit of this, or you want to check out any other streams I've done, please do check out the link at my Twitch channel page and subscribe to me there. And take a look at everything else I've done. And otherwise, that's pretty much it for today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good night, and bye-bye.